Now to our month-long series on the integrity of the voting process. And this morning, we look at how some candidates are using the unfounded threat of non-citizens voting in national elections to rally their base and intimidate voters, while some state officials have used those claims to purge voter registration lists. ABC's Maria Villarreal has the latest in our series, Protecting Your Vote.
How are you? I'm Cecilia.
Delilah.
Pleasure to meet you. Hi.
Cecilia Castellanos' roots run deep in South Texas. She grew up in a small conservative town just outside San Antonio, and now she wants to be their Democratic representative.
I've been living here in Atascosa for 24 years.
But she never thought she would be caught up in the middle of a political storm, accused of violating election law.
August 20th. What happened that day?
I remember being woken up, my doorbell going off and banging on my door.
Hi, police department.
They said, ma'am, we have a search warrant. I said, a search warrant for what? They're like, well, can we come in?
Officers were looking for evidence of vote harvesting, a newly minted Texas law that says it's illegal to interact with people while their ballot is nearby. But Cecilia says she's never been charged, so she's not clear what she's accused of. What is clear, Cecilia says, is that this is voter intimidation.
Why are they coming to the areas where it's predominantly Latinos, the rural areas? Why are they targeting this area?
What happened at Cecilia's home was one of more than a dozen raids that morning.
Many of these search warrants and investigations are often sort of tied in the public rhetoric of the AG to conspiracy theories about non-citizens participating in our elections.
Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott says this is a crackdown on illegal voting. But critics say that he's using new election law as a tool to make voting more difficult and to purge eligible voters from the rolls. And Republican officials in states like Ohio, Florida, Virginia, Tennessee, and Alabama are also purging their voter lists.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with voter list maintenance. It's a good thing, and it's required by federal law. Sometimes election officials get aggressive in conducting voter list maintenance. Some officials engage in large-scale removals of voters.
With less than a month left until the November election, rhetoric is ramping up, and with it a number of conspiracy theories like unsubstantiated claims of non-citizen voting.
We all know intuitively that a lot of illegals are voting in federal elections.
It is illegal on both the federal and state level for non-citizens to vote, and experts say it almost never happens. The Washington Post publishing a report this week saying they found no evidence supporting the Virginia governor's claims that non-citizens were illegally voting.
Typically, the people who are telling you that non-citizens are voting in our elections don't have any evidence to cite. At the same time, you see the conspiracy theories about, responding to Hurricane Helene.
They stole the FEMA money just like they stole it from a bank so they could give it to their illegal immigrants that they want to have vote for them.
I think that politicians are spreading these conspiracy theories with a focus on immigrants in order to pander to xenophobia.
Back in Texas, Cecilia is undeterred.
We're going to continue the fight, continue to make sure that us minorities are not going to be suppressed, to be intimidated, and to be told you don't have rights.
Our thanks to Maria and ABC's investigative team.